as a young person. All praises be to Allah. He's married, brothers and sisters. He's married. I thank Allah very much for choosing his wife, Sister Shauna Joy.
Yes, right.
She's
Yes, right.
awesome sister. I thank Allah very much for this day. And our brother, I heard him one time in the study group, and I'm like, ooh, that's the minister right there, material. So I thank Allah very much for him taking up the mantle and Minister Tony seeing our brother. So thank you, brothers and sisters.
Yes,
I'm like, y'all got to keep it going for our sister. That's the MVP of the year right there. First of all, in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the most merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, who appeared to us mercifully in the person of Master W. Fard Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. Blessed thou the name, as far as I'm concerned. I further bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, to be right and exact and down to the modern times. And I thank Allah that he's continued to intervene in our affairs through a man who has mastered the science of loving our people more than we hate ourselves. And that's a science. When you're dealing with Negroes. You're dealing with a Negro like me, you're dealing with a Negro like y'all. I mean, how many people have ever been a Negro in here? Raise your hand. Okay, we got a couple of perfect Asiatic black people in here, but it's all good. But I thank Allah for this man, and I'm speaking of none other than the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And in those three great names, I greet you in the words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language. Assalamu alaikum. How y'all feeling today?
Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna do something a little different today. Something that you're probably not used to us doing in the Nation of Islam. I'm gonna talk about white people today. Some of y'all like, we always talk about that. And I know that hurts some of y'all feelings. I know. Because y'all love that man. Y'all love him. It's the most tragic love story ever told. Because the love is just one side. Is that correct? But I'm gonna throw y'all a bone. Because some of y'all want nearness to Pharaoh. Y'all want nearness to this white man.
That's right.
So, and this white man is always telling us, just get over it. Get over slavery. Move on. It was a long time ago.
Come on.
But if we're going to move on, there has to be terms to that.
That's right.
If we're going to negotiate a move, then we need to negotiate the terms. Is that correct?
That's right.
So as we say, as you might hear brothers say in the streets, and even Jesus said this and did this, let's break bread. Jesus broke bread with his disciples. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So if this enemy wants us to move on and get over it, then bread must be broken. Is that correct?
That's right.
I mean, this is how the white man's law works, right? I
Disposal.
mean, there's no get over it and move on in the white man's legal system.
No, sir.
Ask Bill Cosby.
That's right.
40, 50 years later, oh, nigga, you gotta pay.
You
You gotta pay for what you did. So I say to our enemy, you gotta pay.
That's right.
Break bread.
That's right.
It's as simple as that.
It's time.
Dear brothers and sisters. Now what am I talking about? I'm talking about restitution.
That's right.
Also known as reparations.
That's right.
That's just how it works.
That's right.
If we go through something, if I murder someone, they don't tell us, oh, well, you know, it happened a week ago. We done already buried the victim, so it's all good, get over it. They don't tell the victim's family that. If I steal something, they don't say, well, you didn't have it for 2 or 3 months, so, you know what I mean, you put your name on it and everything, so go ahead, you can have it. Get over it. That's not how it works. In fact, to our white friends who like to say, well, you know, I wasn't around when slavery existed. I didn't, you know, I didn't hang nobody. I didn't do anything to your leaders. I didn't kill Martin Luther King myself. I didn't kill Lumumba myself. I didn't set up Malcolm to be killed myself. I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Well, I'm going to give them the same instructions that Master Fard Muhammad gave us in our lesson. look into your poison book.
Right.
Now, some of you who may be here for your first time may not know what we mean by a poison book. We're talking about the Bible.
Come on, make
The
it
book
plain.
right here. Now, why do we call it a poison book? Now, it ain't a straight diss. It's a little diss, a little low-key diss, but it's not a big diss because poison can be used to both murder and medicate.
That's right.
But you have to know how to not exceed the limits of that medicine. If you give someone too much of a thing, all poison is wrong. If you give someone too much of a thing, then it'll kill them. Even if it's meant to medicate them. So we know in the Nation of Islam how to use this for medication. Is that right, Sister Nisa? Our Minister of Health. We know how to use this for medication. So let's go into the poison book. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
In the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verses 29 through 33, we answer that question, well, why do you keep blaming us for something that happened so long ago? It's in the Bible. Did y'all know the answer to that excuse from white people is in your book? It's in the same Bible in your grandma's house. The same Bible you got sitting up on the dashboard in your car, catching all that sun, because you don't ever open it up. Let's look into it. It says, woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites. You build tombs for the prophets and decorate the graves of the righteous. And you say, listen, if we had lived in the days of our ancestors, we would not have taken part with them in shedding the blood of the prophets. Does that sound familiar?
That's good.
Sounds familiar, don't it? So you testify against yourselves that you are the descendants of those who murdered the prophets. This is the Bible saying you're telling on yourself.
Right.
All praises due to
Right.
Allah.
Yes.
But it don't stop there.
Come on now.
Jesus, this is Jesus talking, by the way, because if you look it up in your Bible, it's in red, which means Jesus is talking. He
That's
says,
right.
go ahead then and complete what your ancestors started. Like we say in the streets, then pull up then.
Right.
Run up on me then. This is Jesus talking. See, y'all thought Jesus was a punk, didn't y'all? Keep on coming to the Nation of Islam. We're going to tell you who Jesus really was and who Jesus really is. All praise to Allah. We ain't done yet. It says, you snakes, you brood of vipers, how will you escape being condemned to hell? So again, I say to our white friends, break bread if you're true about what you say. And I got to read from the Messenger, who put it a lot more eloquently than I did. He said, if the white people are truthful about their professed friendship toward the so-called Negro, they can prove it by dividing up America with their slaves. All praises due to Allah for the most honorable life. Now, before I bring up our beloved Western Regional Student Minister, I do want to make it clear that your little brother is not up here begging white folks for nothing. We don't need nothing from y'all. In fact, like our sisters say to us when we act the fool, I can do bad all by myself. Is that what the sisters tell us, brothers? Come on now. I know every brother sitting in front of me has heard that before. Is that right? Sure. But we can do good and bad all by ourselves. We built Black Wall Street by ourselves. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah, we built the pyramids by ourselves. Is that right? We built the universe by ourselves. Is that correct? In fact, white man, we built you all by ourselves. Is that right? All praise to Allah. This time, man, speaking of building, this brother right here, last time I was up here, I called him the people's champion, but I didn't quite clear that. I didn't make it clear what I meant. Every time when the brothers go out there with the Final Call newspaper, they always tell us, man, give the greetings. Say what's up to Minister Tony, man. That's my man. We love Minister Tony. Whether it's in the projects or even when we run across even some of our bougie Negro brothers. And I'll tell you why. Because there was an incident where the businesses on Crenshaw, they were almost completely out of business. All the black-owned business. And they had nobody to turn to. They couldn't turn to Bishop Black. I'm sorry. They couldn't turn to the Faith Dome. The Faith Dome had no faith in the people. Is that right?
That's right.
But they turned to Minister Tony, and he made them break bread. Is that right? All praise to Allah. This time I want to bring up the Western Regional Student Minister of the Honorable Minister, who is part-time Minister Tony Muhammad. Please stand and receive your minister. Alaikum salam, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wake us up. Wake us up.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. To that one who is the creator of all things.
That's right.
And to him who is descendant of all the great prophets who have come in a mighty line of divine.
That's right.
Today, dear brothers and sisters, let us give thanks to Almighty God, Allah, for Abraham. What a man.
Sir.
Abraham is considered to be the father of the three great monotheistic religions. That's beautiful that the Muslims, the Christians, and the Jewish people say that Abraham is our father.
That's right.
We thank Almighty God for these great and worthy servants of his. We thank him for Moses. For today, in my opinion, we have a people in the same condition that Moses found his people in.
That's right.
So we need a man like Moses.
That's right.
That's right. Come on.
Moses had to go to the government and the leaders of the government of his day to say to that government that God does not want the poor in the condition that Egypt had put them in. So God said to Moses, tell Pharaoh, I'm not interested in his integration.
Go ahead.
Set the record straight.
Huh? See, God is not like Negro leaders.
Come on.
Nor is God like those good-meaning Caucasians
Go ahead.
who think that the way to clear up the damage done to us is allow us to be their neighbor.
Come on.
That's a good gesture, but that ain't what you need to fix the problem.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Go pat on the back.
We need everything you took from us back.
That's
Go
right.
ahead.
Everything.
I mean, if you stole something, right?
Go ahead.
You should what?
Give it back. Come on.
If you took something that made me less than a human being, shouldn't you give me all those things back?
Yes, sir.
The only problem with black people is we don't know what they took.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Wake us
We
up.
really don't need the gold you took back or the diamonds you took back. That's not the most valuable product.
Go ahead.
Come on.
The most valuable product you took from black people is our true worship of a true God.
Go ahead.
And replaced it with a false God that have not even served you well.
Come on, smoke.
Y'all all right today?
Yes, sir.
Secondly, we need our mind back.
Go ahead.
You took our mind.
Yes, sir.
How did I take your mind?
Quick.
You downloaded a virus in our mind.
Man, come on.
What virus did I download? Your name.
Right. Go ahead.
You took my mother's name from me, my father's name, and you downloaded your white name.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Huh?
Worst virus.
I can hear white people now that's looking saying, damn. What else did we take from you?
Come on. They need
Come
to
on,
know.
add it
Our
up.
language.
Come on.
Now we don't speak with our mother's tongue. We speak English, and you've made us such a slave to English. We are the only ethnic group in America that only speaks one language.
Think about it. Come on.
Come on. Teach you the Negro.
You took our culture.
Come on. You teach. Yes,
You
sir.
undressed us like the brother in the book of Luke when a certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho and he fell amongst what? Thieves. And they robbed him.
Go ahead.
You robbed us, Caucasian.
Yes, they
people.
did.
I know. I hear y'all now. I had nothing to do with it.
That's what they say.
Yes, you did. You're
Yes, sir.
benefiting from what your fathers did.
Man,
All over the world.
to this day.
You turned us upside down, inside out. So if you just give us our God back,
Come on, come on.
Come on.
the religion you took from Kunta Kinte,
Come on now.
that religion that brought out the militant propensity in us and that would make us fight.
Go ahead. Yes.
Go ahead,
We
soldier.
want that religion back.
Yes,
We want to pray to the God that Kunta Kinte was praying to in Roots.
Go ahead. That's
We
right.
want that God.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir.
sir.
All-time religion.
G.
For if you just give us back to God and a knowledge of ourselves, we don't need your diamonds and the gold that you took. It's enough still left in the earth for us.
That's right.
That's right.
So I thank God.
Yes, sir. Mercy.
I thank him for Moses. I thank him for Jesus. I thank him for Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
May the peace and blessings of Almighty God, Allah, be upon these great and worthy servants of his.
Yes, sir.
Oh, but brothers and sisters, I hope you are ready for some good news.
Go ahead.
Bring it, brother Mills.
Good news, sir.
As bad a shape as black people is in, we need some good news.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's going on CNN and Fox?
All that fake news.
See? What's happening on NBC, ABC, CBS?
Come on.
Huh?
Let each other
Look at the news that you see in the New York Times, in the Los Angeles Times. I mean, look at all of this bad news. We need some good news.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
For
Yes,
sure.
sir.
That's right.
We need some good news because the world of Caucasian people that we've come to love and we don't want to see go, it's about to fall because white people now are fighting white folks.
Right.
Think about it.
And Jesus said these words to them: when Satan is casting out Satan, how then can his kingdom stand?
Go ahead.
The Democrats and the Republicans are going after each other. I know. Shut up. I know you think you're a Democrat.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That ain't your party.
Yes, sir.
They just let you in it yesterday. When did you become a Democrat? Did you know the Klans are the founders of the Democratic?
Go ahead.
Come on. Make it plain.
Ain't ready for that. Ain't ready for that.
Bring you some good.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That the God, the true and living God, that even the wickedly wise religious scholars, they know God is a just God.
Yes, sir.
Even Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers of this country, I love his word. He said, I tremble to think about what God is going to do when he deal with what we have done to the Negroes.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
See? He feared it. He was a Mason, right? He was a Shriner. He practiced our religion in secret.
Come
Go
on.
ahead.
That's right. Break it open, brother Mills.
That's right.
Oh,
T.
brothers and sisters.
Come on, expose it.
He feared for this country that he know was set up in iniquity.
Come on.
And Jesus warned the people, anything that was set up and started in iniquity, it will not stand.
That's right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Iniquity means wickedness, the wrong way. America was established on the backs of the death of Native Americans. It cannot stand.
Go ahead. Go
Unless she
ahead.
repent.
Come on, brother.
Oh, I thank Allah. You ready for some good news?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What if I tell you that both the Bible and Quran, the God of both of these books is your Father?
Come on.
Come on.
Teach
Make
them.
it plain. Make it plain.
I came to bring you some good news that the black, the brown, and the red man, you are the original people of the planet.
Yes, sir.
Everything belongs to you. You are the lost sheep in the Bible. You are the rejected stone.
Go ahead.
You are that stone that the builders have rejected. You are the lost people that Jesus said, I'm going to search the whole earth
Come on, come on.
to seek and to save that which is lost.
Come
Go
on.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Teach.
You are the people of the book that Jesus saw in the book of Matthew when he said, as lightning shine from the east,
Come on.
Go ahead.
coming to the west,
That's right.
so shall the coming of the Son of Man be.
Good teaching.
Go ahead.
Go
Good
ahead.
teaching, Muhammad. Good teaching.
Jesus saw America and he said these words about America. He didn't call it America, but he saw the symbol that America would use.
Go ahead.
He said, wherever the eagle is gathered,
Come on. Come on.
there the carcass shall be.
Teach. Teach.
See? What is the symbol of America?
Eagle.
And what is a carcass?
Yeah, man.
Carcass is the remains of something that used to have life.
That's right.
Come on, come on.
Good man.
Before you came in contact with Caucasian people, you used to have life. You walking, yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
walking, but you're dead. Right?
Dead as hell. Go ahead.
Break it down.
I'm dead.
Come on.
How am I dead? You don't know your name.
Right.
How am I dead? You don't know your language.
Teach.
Go
How
ahead.
am I dead? You don't know your religion. Now I do know my religion. My religion is Christianity. No, that was forced on you.
That's right.
Oh, I thank Allah.
Yes, sir.
It is written, brothers and sisters, that someone was to come. Come on. And when he come among us, we wouldn't even recognize him.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Jesus said, I'm going to go to my own. Come on. And my own will receive me. Come on.
Go ahead.
Why won't you receive your own as a leader?
Come on. Come on.
Because I have been taught by my Caucasian slave master to hate my black skin.
Yes. Go ahead.
I have been taught by my Caucasian slave master that everything black is negative and everything white is pure.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Come on.
I have been taught to hate my nose, to hate my lips, to hate my high cheekbones, to hate my kinky hair. I have been trained to hate myself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Teach on the God, brother.
I have been told by Caucasian people that you ain't nothing, you ain't never been nothing. You should be happy to be among us.
It says,
Good teaching. Good teaching.
I have been told, and a virus was downloaded into me, and now I'm full of the disease of the white God syndrome.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on. Teach on the
Go
white
ahead.
God syndrome.
Oh, brothers and sisters, a man came.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
sir.
Come on.
Come on.
I ain't talking about no spook.
Come on. Come on. Come
On the
on.
real God.
Do you know that the wickedly wise Jew, the wickedly wise Christian theologian, the wickedly wise spiritualists know that God is a man, but they teach you he's something else. He's a spook,
Come
he's
on.
a spirit,
Come
he
on.
don't exist, so that you will never have to look for a man. But you call the white man the man.
Come on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Come on. Teach on that.
Teach. Teach.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
In the book of Hebrews, God writes these words. Hast thou prepared a body that I may enter? Come on. That's Hebrews 10 and 5.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
See? Genesis says it like this. I made man in my image.
Come on.
See, right there you should start questioning people when preachers tell me
Arrogant.
God is just some energy somewhere. Well, what the hell is that energy?
That's right.
Hey. All over the place. Teach on that.
If God is not a man, why would he say he created me in his image and after his likeness?
Think about it. Think about it.
I'm here to tell you a man can.
Come on. Bring it, brother, man.
Huh? There's a man came and made himself known in 1930. And then there's a song said there's a man going around taking names. He knows who to free and who to blame.
Go ahead.
That's a song.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
There was a man in 1930 going around taking the white man's name from us.
Go ahead.
Giving us an X.
Uh-oh.
Teach on the safe. Teach
Go.
on the safe.
He started pointing at who to blame, and he said that the white man is the devil. And no white man stood up and said, no, we not.
Go ahead. That's right. That's right.
Come on.
See?
He exposed.
And the devil is not that which you think. Go look up the definition and get out of your stupid definition.
Do it.
Come on.
when you pull out Webster's dictionary, it tells you the devil is a person who will deceive you, who will rob you, who will lie to you. That's a devil. They ain't talk about no energy.
Go ahead.
Good teacher. Good teacher.
Yes, sir.
Since this the white man's language, he should know the definition. But we don't want your Ebonic definition.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Feeling good.
Yes, sir.
Good teacher.
Y'all should have left the nation alone.
That's right. Come on.
That part.
We're not no punk organization.
No, sir.
That you can just say what you want to say about us, and you gonna go away like the NAACP and don't say nothing and say, yes, up off.
That's right. Come on.
You come at us with words, we gonna bang back on you.
That's right. Go ahead.
You come at us physically, we gonna throw haymakers at you.
Come on.
Say that part.
You kill our cat, we coming after your dog.
That's right. Go ahead.
Catfish. That's right. And your goldfish.
Go ahead. All of it.
Your monkey.
Come on. Come on.
Go ahead, Mom.
We ain't that kind of organization.
Right.
I'm sorry, we can't be no apologist organization. We're not the SCL.
Go ahead.
We are the nation of Islam.
That's right. Go ahead.
Come on. Come on.
Teach, Mom.
Supposed to be.
That's all right.
Come on.
You know, we take a lot from our own ignorant people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are even spoken of our own people. Our motive always questioned by our own people.
Go ahead.
I mean, we have to take some even from ignorant Muslims in the mosque.
Come on. Teach. Teach.
Get you back. Not to just take it.
Wow. Come on.
Boy, but boy.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Got the hold on. Got the hold on.
Teach. Yes, sir.
One day.
Change.
Just let me do me one.
Say, boy.
What do you mean do me one? See, he's violent.
No, sir. God is right. Come on.
I think I'm
Yes, sir.
There's a man going around
Come on.
taking names.
Yes, sir.
He knows who to free and who to blame.
Come on.
Love it. Love it.
God hates oppression.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Read your Bible.
Come on.
This whole book is a Bible of stories of slave masters.
Yes, sir.
The whole book.
Oh, book. Oh, book.
God, for centuries, have been destroying one slave master group after another one,
Go ahead.
all the way up to now.
That's right.
And if you read the history of old slave masters, history tends to repeat itself until it corrects itself.
Go ahead.
All right?
Yes, sir.
There's a man
There's a man.
going around taking names.
Take
What's your name? Oh, I'm in McGillicuddy.
Go ahead.
Teach on him.
Whose name is that?
Come on.
Whose name is it?
Come on.
I'm Sarah Smith.
Come on now.
Who's the original Smith?
That's right.
I'm Bobby Johnson. Who's the original John's son?
That's
Go
right.
ahead.
Teach on
Come
him.
on. Think
I'm
about
Bobby Brown.
it.
I'm Oprah Winfrey. Whose name is that?
Come on.
There's a man going around.
That's right.
Take it in.
Take it.
He knows who to free.
Go ahead.
And what?
Go ahead.
Who needs to be free in America?
We do.
Look at every other ethnic group doing for self, and look at us.
Come on. Come on.
We beggars because we in somebody else's name.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Teach.
Good teacher.
Any human being who is wearing a name is normally wearing the name of a man.
Come on. That's right.
Come on.
That's right.
When a woman marries a man, she no longer can use her last name.
Go ahead, go
She
ahead.
have to take on the name of her what? Husband.
Go ahead. Teach,
And
teach.
her children take on his name too. I ask you this question. Who are we the children of?
Think about it. Think about it.
That's why when the white man, when you come to him with his name, he call you his boy.
What you
He
say?
call you his girl.
Come on.
But when you come and say to him, I'm Rochelle X, you short circuit him because he don't know how to handle an X.
Go ahead.
He knows, wait a minute, there's a man. Going around.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
He said, what did you say your name was? I'm Rochelle X.
Right. Yes, sir.
Already he's perplexed. He want to know, well, what's the X?
That's right. That's right.
Tell him you put out the movie Wolverine.
Go ahead.
I had powers I didn't know about.
Superman.
Good teaching, Muhammad.
Or if you go to his job and say, my name is Sarah Muhammad. He knows you don't belong to him.
That's right. Go ahead.
Terror alert.
That's right.
So a man came, made himself known July the 4th, 1930.
Come on, let it be known, brother.
It's written in the Bible that he would come as a thief in the night. He would come at a time where they would be happy and having marriage.
Come on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Come on.
He slipped in under the cover of darkness.
Come on.
His mother was a white woman, but his father was a blue-black man.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He came in sinful flesh.
Come on.
To
Come on.
condemn sin in the flesh. He had to come looking like a white man because in 1930 you were buck dancing.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Think. Think. That's the truth.
You were yes up.
He don't feel me now.
Getting off the sidewalk when white folks walk down. You wanted to be rubbed on the head by a cracker. You were laughing at his lame jokes. You know these crackers ain't funny.
Go ahead.
Jackie Gleason. Unfunny.
No, sir.
He said,
Teach, Muhammad. Teach.
I love this. I love this. You are just like all the people of the Bible that they didn't even realize God had sent them a prophet until the oppressor either killed them or that person was sent away.
Go ahead. Go
And
ahead.
later in history they said, whoops, that was a prophet. But while that prophet was here putting pressure on the slave, and pointing at the slave master made you think he was fake. He was wrong.
Go ahead.
You're the same kind of damn people.
That's right.
Every black leader that had ever stood up for us, we got scared.
Go ahead.
Can you imagine Harriet Tubman and Negroes on the plantation?
Come on.
Come on.
They just start singing about running.
Go ahead.
House Negroes got scared because they
Yes,
saw
sir.
Harriet Tubman peeking out the bushes.
Come on.
Can you imagine a house Negro saw Harriet Tubman and she said, psst, nigga. Over here. And then the field niggas went to the bush. What you think the house nigga was doing? Math?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They're over there in them bushes. I think they like to run away.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
There's a man going around.
Taking names. Come on.
He knows who to free. The land. Master Farad Muhammad came to America taking names.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
He found Elijah Muhammad and told him, your slave name is Elijah Pooh, but I'm your name to Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Man.
Go ahead.
He said, I'm going to teach you a thorough knowledge of who you are. I'm going to tell you who this white man is because we got their history.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Come on. We got it too.
And I'm going to put my spirit in you, Elijah. You are the man of the book of Deuteronomy. And when I train them,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I
Go
will
ahead.
raise one from among them.
That's right. Yes, sir.
You should be happy.
Go ahead.
Everybody done got a prophet. Where's yours? Chinese got a prophet and he look like them.
Go ahead. Come on. Think about it.
Japanese got a prophet and they prophet look like them.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, they do. Jews got a prophet and he look like them.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You got a fake prophet and he look like the same man.
Go ahead. You teaching. You teaching.
He'll give you anything for worship.
Come on. Come on.
When he ain't giving you a white image of Jesus, he'll give you a Santa Claus.
Go ahead.
When you ain't got a Santa Claus, he'll give you a dumb but a rabbit. He got you following Santa Claus on Christmas when you should be with Jesus.
Go ahead.
He got you with a rabbit in your hand when you should be worshiping Jesus on Christmas.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
God dang.
Go ahead.
He done tripped you. Thank you, Allah, for the honorable Elijah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That man, look, Elijah was so wild.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He only had a 4th grade education.
That's it.
Feeling that part in the book. How is this man who's not lettered learn?
Come on. Come on.
That's what it said.
They know, wait a minute. He only went to the 3rd grade. Who taught him?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Come on, good question.
And then little Elijah step up and say, I was taught directly from God.
himself.
That's what it said.
God. God gave him knowledge that went back 76 trillion years.
Think about that. Think about that.
Sir.
It's the truth.
I know you can't even fathom that. You can't even remember last year.
Come on. Come on.
The man that called him Master Farad Muhammad could recite 250,000 years of history. Then he can go into a reverie-like state and go all the way back to the beginning.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Triple dark. Triple dark.
Think on it.
He impregnated the Honorable Elijah Muhammad until the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's mind became a sheep.
Come on. Come on. Teach on that.
And from the mind of Elijah, he produced a son.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
What a
And
man.
that son is a man whose love for black people and oppressed people is unbendable.
That's right. Go ahead.
He feels Farrakhan up with such
Go ahead.
and such knowledge. He now, man, speak like one with authority.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, he's standing on supreme wisdom that
Yes.
he's going to show you today.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah.
So I thank Allah for these great and worthy servants of his as I greet you
Yes, sir.
in one of your forgotten languages.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Come on now.
I'm sorry.
Take us back. Take us back.
We ain't here to deal yet, but we're going to go deal with the white and light-skinned Arabs.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Today, but you are not the original.
That's
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's true.
You too got it. We got to talk to
Yeah,
you.
that's
Come on,
true.
come on.
That's true. Yeah, you
Have a
got
little
the
talk with Jesus.
You are well dressed up like
problem. Sure is. He know.
got on our guns.
Come on. Come on. That's right. A-Rad.
Didn't the man go down from Jerusalem to Jericho? And he fell amongst what?
Thieves.
What did they do? Stripped him of his what?
Raiment.
Stripped him of his raiment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you a Negro. What is raiment?
Think on it. Think on it.
I don't know. The word raiment, in a true sense of the word, means clothing in one
sir.
sense. But the root meaning of the word comes from are, meaning knowledge,
Go ahead.
wisdom.
Come on.
They stripped us of a knowledge of ourselves.
Come on.
Hit us in the upside our head, left us in the street, not dead, the scripture say, but what? Half dead. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, brother, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said a half dead man is a half learned man.
That's
Yes. Go ahead.
He said half dead is the Negro who done went to the white man and got a degree.
Come on.
And then they sent him back to us arrogant.
Right. Go ahead.
I'm a doctor. Oh, what, right?
Come on, man. Yes, sir.
They teach the Negro at USC. He comes back to Watts. Arrogant.
Right.
I'm an expert. Oh, yeah? In what? Economics.
Says
Okay,
who?
nigga didn't get us out of here.
Right. Come on.
I don't like him. He's using the word nigger. Y'all self-righteous hypocrites.
Go ahead. That's right.
I gave you a disclaimer. Let me every week I try to give you a disclaimer.
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
am not pure yet.
Come on.
That's right. That's right.
I'm a work in progress. I like to keep it real. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm not going to be these highfalutin preachers who lied about they done met with God and stop it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We are taught to accept our own.
Chief.
Yes.
Chief, good chief.
So I greet you. In the nation, be the words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
I don't even think I have to teach today.
You got it, brother. You got it.
Let me show my gratitude, my respect, my love. I happen to be asked by a man that I believe is anointed.
Yes, sir.
Come on. I ain't asking you to believe it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, let me get out of the belief category.
That's right.
All right.
I work with a man that I know.
That's
Go
right.
ahead.
That's right.
is anointed.
That's right. Go ahead.
I know him. He's bigger than a Farrakhan.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I know him based on the scriptures that I read.
Come on now.
Because 70% of what we read in the Bible is not history, it's prophecy.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Good chief. Good
Yes,
chief.
sir.
And I watch Minister Farrakhan, and I look at Jesus, and I look at Farrakhan, and I look at Jesus, and I look at Farrakhan, and I see a perfect.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We are the type of people who lie to ourselves that say, if I had been around when Nat Turner was around, I would have been with Nat.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I give you that. I give you that because he ain't here to check you.
Right.
I hear the hood talk. I hear him say, man, if I'd have been around with having tough so Joe Nerve too, I would have left the plantation and went with her. Yeah, right.
Right.
Even when she didn't have them, they had to start eating crickets and catching frogs.
Think about that.
Think on that.
No church's chicken, now you're going to run.
Think on that.
You can't order no Pizza Hut.
Come on.
Come on.
You wanted to walk with Harriet Tubman, soldier of truth.
Come on.
I hear you. I was around when Jesus was here. I would have been with Jesus. Come on, now. Come on. I can give you a test if you would have been with them.
Come on.
Who are you with today?
Go ahead.
Who are you with? Are you with a Jesus type? Because he wouldn't have been in the Democratic Party.
That's right.
Come on.
Are
Teach
you
on
with a
that.
Jesus type? He wouldn't have been in the Republican Party.
Teach on that.
Are you walking with a man that reminds you of Jesus? Because Jesus had a problem with the Jews.
That's
Yes,
right.
he did.
Jesus had a problem with the government.
That's right.
Jesus had a problem with the scholars. Jesus had a problem with the preachers who was envious of his magnetic attraction.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me just go on and get to it. If you ain't with Farrakhan, you wouldn't be
Yes. Go ahead.
I want to thank the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for saving a wretch like me.
Yes, sir. Me too.
I thank you, Brother Farrakhan, for I was on that junk pile made by Caucasian people called Negroes. Huh? I was operating off the viruses that had been downloaded into me of self-hatred. Come on. I was operating off of the viruses of their names, their culture. Come on. I was operating off of the self-hatred thing, and I was a promoter of filth and debauchery to my own people. Come on. Oh, but I thank you, Brother Farrakhan, because you was like a light in my darkness.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And you called me out of death into life, and I want to show you, come on, my appreciation. Yes, sir. I want to thank you, Brother Farrakhan. As I was studying the teachings, I was ignorant, but you was out there defending me and defending black people as I'm nurturing myself to strength.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I thank you, Brother Farrakhan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I thank you, Brother Farrakhan, because as I stood before the judge in my crime, and he would ask me, well, why did you commit the crime? I didn't have an answer, but you was defending me.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Now they are attacking you.
Come on. Come on. What we going to do?
Think on it.
They're attacking you like they attacked Marcus Garvey.
That's right.
They're attacking you like they attacked Martin Luther King.
Right.
Come on.
They're attacking you like they attacked Noble Drew.
Go ahead.
What
Go
are you
ahead.
going to do?
Go ahead.
Come on, brother.
Good question.
God is going to punish the black, the brown, and the red community if we don't stand up in this house. I'm here to say to the world, I'm here to say to the Jews, I'm here to say to the Gentiles, I'm here to say to France, I'm here to say to Germany,
Go ahead.
I'm here to say to Russia, all y'all stay out of our business.
Yes. Go ahead.
I don't want no Jewish leaders with your arrogance. You can't determine who our leaders are.
Right.
We will determine who.
Come on, man.
So I thank you, Brother Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
You are 85-year-old. Wow.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about 85 and a wow.
Straight up. Straight like that. Come on.
He has been defending us for 62 years. It's
Come on.
our turn.
Yes.
I desire that Minister Farrakhan sit on a couch with a bean cup.
Go ahead. That's right.
A bean soup.
He deserves it. He
Prop your
deserves it.
foot up.
Come on.
We can handle these little low lines.
Right.
You don't have to deal with them, Brother Minister. Send your disciples. We will defend you in this way. And do it intelligently.
Go ahead.
Unemotionally.
Scientifically.
There's nothing to me. I have no power to harm no Jew, no Caucasian person. Boy, but I can threaten you with God.
Yes. Go ahead. Come on.
Like a little black boy in the schoolyard, I can boast about my dad.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Well, I thank you, Brother Farrakhan, for giving life to all of those of us who follow you.
Yes, sir.
I don't know about you, brothers and sisters. How many of you was nothing before you came in the nation?
Come on.
Man, some people put up 8 on it.
I will lift it up my foot. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Islam distinguishes us from any other group.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, when you wear it and you wear it right and you walk in the community, the people don't even have to know your name. They just look and say,
Come on. Come on.
the sister.
That's right. That's right.
No other group is distinguished like that. You can't even tell Jesse Jackson followers. You can't even tell Al Sharpton followers.
Go ahead.
They got a process. That's right. You don't know T.D. Jakes' follower just by looking at him.
No, sir.
Not at all.
Boy, but you know them followers.
Go ahead.
This is the last lecture of the series that I'm doing defending the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
think this is like week 9, 7. Thank you, brother. No more than I know. I love him.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
love you too, sir.
For real, Chief.
Yes, sir.
And brothers and sisters, if a person is bearing witness,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
don't let their bearer of witness bother you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
I wish that person would shut up. No, you leave.
Right. Come on.
What you say?
You leave.
Come on.
We don't have no choir.
Come on. Come on.
I'm sorry, we ain't got no damn tambourine. We ain't got no drummer that when the preacher don't know what to say, he sings to the drum.
Yeah.
Come on now.
We ain't got no organ to tantalize your vibration. That's right.
Come on.
We don't have no gay choir director.
Come on. Teach. Go ahead.
All this up in here ain't never made.
That's right.
Love you, man.
I'm straight hetero.
That's right. That's right. No doubt.
Now, I have to defend heterosexualism.
Right.
It's under attack.
Come on.
Big time.
As if something wrong with being heterosexual.
Go ahead. Think about
Teach
it.
one that one day.
Come on.
Right? I'm
Natural.
not mad at gay people.
That's
No,
right.
sir. Do your
Be
thing.
all by all means. Eat it all. Take as much of it as you can.
That's right. Uh-oh.
That's your lifestyle. I'm not mad.
You go to
But
pit.
I don't have to agree with it.
Right.
And I will never harm you for being
Right.
there. All I ask you to do, just don't come up off on me.
That's right.
There ain't no pass.
Right. Keep it to
You're
yourself.
gonna be toothless.
Right.
That's right. Come on.
That's it. That's
I'm
it.
saying, Brother Tony. When we go to dinner, yeah, as long as I can have my 9 brothers with me.
That's right.
What you want?
That's right. Great. Just do it, man.
Y'all in the news tomorrow. Tony Mohammed is what they call it?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Jesus was.
It's okay.
Yes, sir. Change gonna come.
Now, I'm not going to. You got to get some of the series to know where we are.
Right. Right. That's right.
We've already proven by Allah's grace, based on some of the things that I have tried to give you. This is what I love about the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. When you know it, it's not just something we preach.
Come
The
on,
hell with
teach.
preaching.
That's right.
Teach on
We
that.
want to teach you.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
My mission, my goal is really to get you to agree.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
My goal is to get you to go and look.
That's right.
Analyze.
See? It is vain on my part to want to follow.
Come on.
That's vanity.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Come on.
Because if you got followers, where you leading them to?
Think about it.
Talk about the blind.
No, this is what has happened to religious leaders.
Blind leading.
They'll have a good spirit, but you have to be careful because people will start applauding. People will start wanting to come around you. And if you ain't careful, you'll start thinking too much of yourself.
Go ahead. Go ahead now. You teach it.
Jesus said it like this. The best among you is not he or she who's called doctor.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Come
ahead.
on.
That ain't the best among you.
Teach on the serve.
You
Teach on the
teach.
serve.
The best among you is not the one who get the Grammys in the hospital.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Come
Go
on.
ahead. Go ahead.
That ain't the best among you.
No,
Come
sir.
on.
The best among you is who not get the most hits on their social media.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Come on.
Best among you is he who serves you and leads you to the true and living God.
Go ahead. That's it.
Making your and myself of no reputation.
Go ahead.
I'm telling you straight up.
Go ahead, brother.
Do not follow no Tony Muhammad. You will mess up.
Come on.
I'm going to do something to trip you. You're going to be like,
Come on, yeah, that's our problem.
you hypocritical members of the Nation of Islam, some of you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, it got wow. I follow a man.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
I
Come
ain't
on.
got no follow.
Go ahead.
I follow a man who's following a man.
Go ahead.
Who's with a man.
Go ahead.
What do you mean by that? I follow Minister Farrakhan. Where's he taking you to? Elijah Muhammad?
Go ahead.
Where's he taking you to? Master Power?
That's right. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
I'm letting you know, quick, bypass me. Look
Right.
at Farrakhan.
Right.
Disappoint you.
Come on, come on.
Every time. Come on.
Teach you an example.
You come over my house looking at my refrigerator. Because you just read How to Eat the Living.
Just ready.
Just look at my freezer and you see some butter pecans. Now you throwing the book at me. Brother, the honorable told you. Don't follow me.
Yes, sir.
I cuss a lot.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, bro. That's real talk. That's real talk.
I'm following a man.
Yes, sir.
So follow me to that man.
Right.
In fact, you ain't got to come to me. Go straight to him.
Right. Say
There
that.
got to be no conduit between you and him.
Say that.
No,
Right.
let me tell you, I used to be sick like that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Like some of you.
Yes,
You
sir.
watching you come through that. I hope you come out of it.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Teach.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Teach.
No,
Come
really,
on.
I should be honest.
Yes, sir. Come on straight, brother.
When I first came in the nation, you dealing with a people who ain't never been there.
Go ahead. Come on. Think about it. Think about it. Yes, sir.
Huh? You dealing with a people that we long to come out of slavery. We long for something. And we share an aspect of God's nature.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, what is the nature of God? He want to be known.
Come on.
Guess what one of your problems is?
You want to be known.
We want to be known.
Go
No,
ahead.
I don't. Okay, pull out your Instagram. Ain't nothing wrong with it. No,
Go
no.
ahead.
I got one.
That's right.
Because I use mine to take them to the man I'm
That's right. Go ahead.
No, really. I paid them a little bit. You know, I put a little bull stuff there.
Yes, sir.
That's right. That's right.
Just to soften them up a little bit. I might put a joke out there.
Right, right.
But I'm tricking them.
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. Come on.
Man, everybody follow me then and then start unfollowing. But I'm a righteous trickster.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Teach you on the right way.
We are Yakub in reverse.
That's right. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I watch the brothers and sisters. Look, man, I love the youth of Mars 27. Come on.
Praise be to Allah. Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
I'm watching the youth of 27. I watch y'all doing the music. Y'all getting them too. You know, acting like we singing and rapping.
Go
And we
ahead.
are.
That's right.
We pop a little far on it.
That's right.
We pop a little teacher on it.
Yes,
We'll wear clothes like them, and the next thing you know, we're in a video with our suit and bow tie on.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
We'll look a little Negroish, and the next thing you know, we got a headpiece on. Oh, man, you can't beat it, bro.
Go ahead.
Keep going, y'all. Now, y'all ready for class?
Yes, sir.
Keith, brother, Keith. I got my wife laughing. I love her. I got the best audience in the world.
That's right.
I got the best wife any man could
Go
have.
ahead, bro. Yes, sir.
It's just me bragging. I can brag on my wife.
That's right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't care if you don't brag on yours.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Think about
I'm
it.
bragging on my wife.
Go ahead, brother.
Boy, that's my
But love can leave. That's right.
Come on, come on.
She looked past my faults
Yes,
Come on. That part.
and saw my needs.
Come on, teach.
Go ahead, brother.
Man.
Made a lot of mistakes. Come home, she dusts me off.
Come on. That's right.
If I were her, I would have left me alone.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But I guess she looked out there and saw the pictures and said, well, damn. I'll get another one. I'll keep this fool. Ain't gonna get another nigga. He started all over. I'm 30 years into this one. I don't need to start that grade one.
That's right.
I'm about to graduate this nigga.
Go ahead.
It's good to have a companion that when nobody else laugh at your joke,
Come on.
I can just say boo.
Go ahead. Go ahead. That's right.
That's my ride.
That's it, bro.
Go ahead. Yes,
She saw
sir.
me trying to act important like people knew me. Come on. Watch silly sisters ease up to be all googly eyed.
Go
She
ahead.
was dealing with a fool. She did.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Second
She's
self.
so sweet. She put up, baby.
Right.
You better watch such and such and such and
Yeah.
such.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
That's right.
Okay, baby.
That's right. On point.
Or she go up to such and such and such.
Go ahead.
The country girl quiet ain't fool.
Go ahead.
Some people ain't even got phone calls. And I'll be hearing the next, you mother.
Hey.
That's right. Go ahead.
Y'all should give my baby a standing ovation.
That's right. Go ahead.
Look, any black woman with a black man.
Come on. Come on.
Good job.
You teaching. You teaching.
Any black woman who got a black man
Go ahead. Go ahead.
deserve,
Everything.
no, that's not enough. Everything.
Everything. Yes, sir. Everything. All of it.
Yes, sir.
They should have a diamond so big it tip them over.
Right. That part.
They don't need no gold, they need a gold mine.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Good teacher, good teacher. Ain't no other woman, ethical woman, ethics in terms of women.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
She is the most sucker of all the ethnic groups in the world.
Yes, sir.
All combined.
Brother, you don't know what you got when you got a black woman. So you need to stop going hunting.
Yes, sir.
Teach.
Settle down with the one you got.
Go ahead.
Good teacher.
Oh man, these rosters and all of this stuff, man, you want this? Minister Farrakhan warned me, brother, you're going to be tried with 3 things. Number 1, the enticing beauty of women. Because women by nature lean towards power.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They don't know that most of us in the nation that are ministers, we ain't exercising no power. We have the appearance of power.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Understand.
People clap and it turns women on.
Go ahead.
It's famous. You know, you play football and you running up and down. She don't want the scrub.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
She want the one that dancing in the end zone.
Go ahead. Go.
Get no attention on the
Right. Go ahead.
water boy.
Never.
Come on.
Good, bro.
Now that I got you laughing and open, can I put some seeds in there?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. We are defending this man.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
You know, this group called Jews. It's no put off, it's no hate thing.
No, sir.
They have had a historical problem.
Yes,
Come on.
sir.
Think about it.
This group of people, not all of them, but some of the most powerful Jews who do not follow the Torah.
Right.
It's the truth.
Right.
That's the truth.
They have attacked many of the prophets of God.
Good teaching. Good teaching.
The question is asked, why the Jews hated Jesus?
Come on.
Are you a Christian?
Go on.
Do you read your Bible?
Think about it.
In the New Testament, the whole New Testament is full of Jesus' battle with the Jews.
Right.
Think about it. Ooh.
They don't always come under the name Jew. You're going to see names like Sanhedrin.
Come on.
Yes, sir. Teach.
You're going to see names like Pharisee,
Right.
Edomite.
Scribe.
Edomite.
See?
Good teaching.
You're going to hear those names, and today we're going to break down those names so that you'll know who this man Jesus was at war. Well, he wasn't at war. It was a war against him.
Right.
Come on. Name the names, brother Mitchell. Name the names.
Good teaching. Good teaching.
Fast forward from 2,000 years to modern time, and now, why they hate Farrakhan.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Bring us up to date, brother.
We're going to go into that. I have to thank the Nation of Islam research team.
That's right. Go ahead.
We got one of the baddest research teams. We have our own scribe.
Right. Teach.
We have our own scholars. Thank you, Brother Dimitri.
Right.
Thank you, Brother Eliad. Thank you, Brother Burvin.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, Minister Ishmael. Thank you to our National Board of Laborers. You have given us sufficient weapons to defend the baddest black man.
That's right.
I don't have no knowledge of my own. I just have the spirit to say it.
Right.
We have to give deference to where deference is due.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Y'all
Go
all
ahead.
right?
Yes, sir.
So we already thank you. For those of you who are watching and those of you who are listening, go to researchministry.com and get smart.
That's right. That's right.
But if you're not vain, will you tell people where you got it from?
Right.
Sure.
You know, some artists steal some other artist's song.
Right.
I wrote that.
Give credit. Credit was due.
Yeah. My son that wrote songs for some of these top artists and they get on TV like, yeah, well, when I wrote that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Now, I like these scriptures, so we always go back, and here's what I want you to meditate on. The book of 2 Thessalonians, the book of what?
2 Thessalonians.
Verses 3 and 4 reads, let no what?
Man.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed. Man, we're going to reveal some people to you today.
That's right. That's right.
I'm not out to prove so much so that the minister is not anti-Semitic. I'm going to show you that the Jews have been anti-black.
Right. Go ahead.
I'm going to show you who have attacked every black leader who tried to unite black people.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you who brought Marcus Garvey up on charges and why. Y'all ready for this?
Yes, sir.
And that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes, see, and exalted himself above all that is called God. Some of the problem with some in the Jewish community, particularly among the rabbis, they exalt themselves.
Right. Come on. Come on.
It's almost like they're beyond reproach. You mean to tell me I can't point nothing out to you?
That's what they say.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go. Now, I showed you this in weeks past, but I always like to start with verse 44 because in the book of St. John, in the book of what?
St. John.
8th chapter, starting with verse 31 all the way to 44, Jesus in an argument with the scribes and some attorneys.
Come on. Come on. Think about it.
Who is he in an argument with?
Attorney.
Jesus, 2,000 years ago, coined the phrase that the white man is the devil.
Right.
Make it plain, brother.
No, he didn't. Shut up.
Bust it open.
Where was Jesus? What continent ordered the death of Jesus?
Rome.
Europe.
Wasn't it Rome?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, y'all, now y'all acting scared. Jesus was in Rome, right?
Right.
He wasn't in Compton.
That's right.
No, sir.
He was in where?
Rome.
Where is Rome?
Europe.
That country 2,000 years ago was populated by what ethnic group?
White.
White people, Caucasian people.
Right.
Jesus was in an argument with those who was participating in the Roman authority. In verse 44, when Jesus kept arguing with these Jews, and the Jews told him, after he told them, you must know the truth.
Come on.
Now listen at Jesus. All he said, you shall know the what?
Truth.
And the truth shall do what?
Make you free.
And look at what the Jews said back to him. What do you mean we be free? We have never been in the bondage to no man.
None.
They just kept arguing with Jesus. So Jesus began, as they're talking, he knew the history. That's right. Just like Elijah Muhammad know the history of every ethnic group.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
So in verse 44, Jesus just said this to them. You are of your father, the devil.
Uh-oh.
And the lust of your father you will do. He's now giving their history. Your father, he was a murderer from the beginning.
That's right.
Question. Now, just stop right there. Have Caucasian people did a lot of murdering?
Yes, sir.
Merciful.
I'm going to ask that question again.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Did France go into Africa murdering a lot of people?
Yes, sir.
Did Italy go into Africa murdering a lot of people?
Yes, sir.
Did Rome go into Africa murdering a lot of people?
Yes, sir.
Great Britain go into Africa murdering a lot of people?
Yes, sir.
Germany go into Africa murdering a lot of people?
All of them. All of them. Yes, sir.
Murdering a lot of people? Did they colonize the whole continent?
Yes, sir. Oh, that mercy. Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So then Jesus must have knew something about their history. He was a murderer from the beginning and a bold knot in the truth. Because there is no truth in him.
None.
And when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
My God.
This is the fight Brother Farrakhan is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Minister Farrakhan has sent out a challenge.
Come on. Come on.
And he said to any Jewish scholar, I'm ready for a showdown.
That's what he said.
Now, if Minister Farrakhan is everything they claim, you said he's anti-Semitic, prove it.
Right.
Come on, prove it.
Minister Farrakhan is saying, let's go to the Madison Square Garden.
Come to the showdown. Come to the showdown.
That's what he said.
Right?
Come on. Come on.
He said, let's get a promoter. Let's get Don King. And bring all your enchanters. Bring your magicians.
Come on. Yes, sir.
No takers.
No take. Not yet. Not one.
No fades. Come on.
Remember when Jesus said these words? I know you. You are of your father. What did he say? You are of your father. He's talking about the history, right?
Right.
That's what we have in this. This is what many Jewish scholars are angry with. And I'm asking Caucasian people, I'm even asking Jews who are listening to this lecture, go get these books.
There you go.
Get him.
Yes, sir.
Our research team went into the Jewish library. Everything you read in these books, the Jews tell us what role they played in our destruction.
That's right.
So you ain't got no argument with the nation. We're going to make you argue with your own scholar.
Right. That part. Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Good teaching, Mom.
Good, let's get through this. Now, let me set something. Why did Jesus have a big problem with the Jews?
Think about it.
Why did Jesus always criticize them?
Good question.
Huh? He had a lot of criticism toward them.
Make it plain, sir. Make it plain.
He was just pointing things out, getting them to look at themselves. Right?
Right.
How did they respond? Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Let's say you're in a relationship.
Come on.
Hopefully, when I say relationship, like a loving relationship with another, the opposite gender.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Fix that, fix that.
Naturally, then.
Let's say you are out cheating on your significant other.
Uh-oh.
I ain't trying to key you in.
Cheat.
When I said that, some of y'all looked at the floor.
Think about it. Think
But
about
now, when I make something, now you want to see me. Now, just think about it. Think about you.
Yes, sir.
Think about you.
it. Yes, sir.
How many people in here have lied before? Raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the person that didn't raise their hand, will you come up so we can call you Allah?
Right. Put the crown on him.
You gotta be God.
Right.
Why didn't you raise your hand? Maybe you didn't hear the question. Let me ask it again.
Yes, sir.
Everybody that has done told a lie or two, raise your hand. Good. When you told a lie, would it embarrass you if somebody called you on it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir.
Let's say you're cheating on your significant other, but while you was out there cheating, you saw two other people who know you and your significant
Come
other.
on, come on. Uh-oh. Now you know.
Think about it.
Now you're having a Super Bowl party and they show up.
Drama.
I just want to set the stage to get you to understand what the real problem with some Jews are.
Go ahead.
Establish the vision.
Now here you are, looking at the game, but these two people who just saw you committing adultery,
They looking at you.
they're at the game, and they're over there talking to your significant other. You know, you can't even look at the game. And then don't let them have funny looks on their face as they talking and looking at you.
Paint the picture, brother.
You want to leave so damn bad?
That's right. That's right.
Now, let's say the game is over, they leave. Your significant other never say nothing. Guess what you're going to start doing? You're going to start talking negative to your significant other about them too.
That's right. Deception intelligence. That's right.
See? Because they got something on you that if revealed is going to hurt you or embarrass you. This is what we're dealing with in the Jewish community.
Go ahead.
All right? Again, the secret relationship between blacks and Jews. Go to NOI.org.
Yes, sir.
Click on Final Call and order these books. These are the books that we want to put before the Jews and the scholars to say, is what's written in here true that your scholars wrote?
Right. Come on.
In these books, we got the name of the slave ships that Jews owned.
That's right. That's right. Bear witness.
We got the name of the plantations that they owned.
Come on, brother.
That's right.
One of the rabbis said it was the Jewish businessmen who designed the chain that put our fathers in bondage.
Go ahead.
We got books. See, we know you. You are of your father.
Come on. That's right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Now, in the book of Matthew, chapter 23, I want you to listen to Jesus. Jesus, what he says is in red, okay?
Yes, sir.
He's in an argument with the Jewish leaders because remember, Jesus taught in the synagogue.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Where did Jesus teach?
In the synagogue.
In the temples.
That's
Go
right.
ahead.
He didn't teach at no church because there was no such thing as Christianity then.
Right.
And no Christian church.
Go ahead.
Educated.
And that's the problem I have with some Christian. You said Jesus was a Jew and you're a Christian.
Right.
Think about it.
Shouldn't you be a Jew?
Right. Think on it. Think on it. Think about it.
Here is Jesus talking now. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hold up.
Whoa is like, I'm about to come down.
Right.
See? Jesus said, woe unto you what?
Scribes.
And what?
Pharisees.
But a black person, ignorant, reading, and you don't even know what a scribe or a Pharisee is. Come on.
That's
Talk
right.
about Pharaoh.
That's right.
We'll get into that. Woe unto you scribes and what?
Pharisees.
Hypocrites.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Now come on. You in the mosque, somebody step up there, you a hypocrite. Oh, you gonna be upset. Well, why would you be upset? A clean heart can't be hurt.
Think on that.
Check yourself.
See, you might not be a hypocrite.
Something like
Every one of us in the nation suffer from a tinge of hypocrisy.
teach.
So maybe you think somebody done figured that out.
Go ahead.
Quiet up in
Sir. Pin drop.
Say I love the nation and you don't never come around. Come on now, come on.
Come on now.
What you love is what you hang around. Woe unto you, ain't come to y'all. Scribe, Pharisee, what? Hypocrites. For you are like unto whited sepulchres. See, a whited sepulchre means it looks good on the outside. But a sepulchre on the inside have that in it which is dead.
Shake us up. Shake
Come
us
on,
up.
spirit dead.
Shake us up. Come on.
I love you, minister, but I ain't at the mosque. Come on now.
Teach.
I ain't pushing no final call.
Come on now.
You're like whited what?
Sepulchre.
Which indeed appear to be beautiful outwardly, but are within full of dead men's bones.
Man.
I mean, he's on them. Let's go to the next scripture. But before we do that, I want to give you a definition of Pharisee.
Come on, teach.
All right? Pharisees, what does it say? A member of an ancient Jewish sect. Distinguished by strict observance of the traditional and written law, and commonly held to have pretensions to superior sanctity. Pharisees, a self-righteous person. A hypocrite. See, a hypocrite always can blame everybody else. This ain't right. That ain't right.
Right. Teaching good.
Instead of just saying, I'm weak.
Right.
I mean.
Humility.
Why ain't you at the mosque? It's the mosque, it's a I'm weak.
I mean.
Something happened to me that broke my spirit. I should be here.
Go ahead.
But I should be pointing out things that are wrong to a disbeliever.
Be the solution.
What
Go
you
ahead.
say. What you say.
See? See, I'm getting myself ready to come against the nation as a whole.
Understand.
So that one day you'll be on TV.
Think about it.
I'm about why you ain't in the nation.
Think about it.
You know, liars, when something don't go good in the organization that they with, when they get put out of that organization, they don't want to tell the people why they really got put out, like Leah Remini.
Go ahead. Woo!
Come on.
Teach.
Come on. Teaching
I'm
good.
going to teach on the Church of Scientology and why that heifer left.
Go ahead.
She didn't leave, they put her out.
Right.
Now she's talking against the church because the Jews want to use that against the nation. I'm going to defend all that. Let's go.
Get him. Get him.
Our leader knew he was going. He told us to go get some knowledge.
Go ahead.
We go everywhere to seek knowledge. We don't let nobody
China.
tell us where to go to get no knowledge.
Go ahead.
And some of you who are nervous about it, why?
Come on. Teach on it. Talk on it. Talk on it.
Why? You should be more nervous with any member that's at USC.
Go ahead.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Why? A person who copies out documents, especially one employed to do this before printing was invented.
Wow.
Clerk, secretary, copyist, so on and so forth. Number two, Judaism, scribe, an ancient Jewish record keeper, or later a professional theologian and jurist. scribes, historians, rabbis, ministers, teachers, Jesus. But look at Jesus, he owned them.
He's the old.
Who is he on? Woe unto you who?
Scribe.
Pharisees. Woe unto you who? These people. Ancient Jewish sect, distinguished. These are they want to observe the law strict. He's talking about the scribes, those who write things down. These are also the journalists, CNN, ABC, CBS.
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go on. Jesus is still in them. He goes down in the book of Matthew. He said, woe unto you, scribes, Pharisees. What? Hypocrites. Because you build the tombs of the prophets and garnish the sepulchre of the righteous. And say, look at what he said he's going to say. If we had been in the days of our fathers, we would have not been partakers with slave. No. So I'm sorry. We would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. This is what white people say today. I had nothing to do with slaves.
Go ahead.
That's right. I've only been around. What I know now, I wouldn't have let not one black person become a slave. You don't mean that. You don't mean that.
That's right.
31.
Objection talk.
Wherefore you be witnesses unto yourselves that you are the children of them which killed the prophets. Wait a minute, Jesus, are you accusing the Pharisees and the scribes and some of those in the Jewish community of killing the prophets?
Yes, sir.
That's what he said.
Come on.
Not Farrakhan.
Right.
Jesus.
Right.
Think about it. Think about it.
Y'all all right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Then look at what Jesus said. He ain't no joke. He said, then fill ye up then the measures of your father.
Right.
Then he go on in verse 32 talking to the Jews, you serpents. You generation of vipers. Then he said, how can you escape the damnation of hell?
Come on.
Teach on that snake.
Oh, y'all all right?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
talking about Farrakhan. You better get acquainted with Jesus.
Go ahead.
Look, he goes on to say, get him, Jesus, get him, Jesus. Wherefore, behold, look at him. He's now getting ready to tell them what they're going to do. Behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them you shall kill and crucify, and some of them you shall scourge in your synagogue and persecute them from city to city. Don't they do that to Farrakhan?
Yes, sir.
Then he said that upon you may come all the righteous bloodshed upon the earth. Look, upon you shall come all the righteous bloodshed that's on the earth.
Come on. Come on.
From the blood of the righteous Abel unto the blood of Zachariah. Then Jesus go on now in the book of Luke. In the book of what? Luke. We're dealing with the 11th chapter. Now some Jews want to invite Jesus to dinner like Minister Farrakhan was invited to dinner by Mr. Brofman.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Look at what this man had say after he invited Jesus in the book of what?
Luke.
11th chapter. And as he spoke, a certain what?
Pharisee.
Who are the Pharisees?
Jew.
Jews, right?
Right.
Come on, students. Some of y'all gonna flunk. Pharisees.
Yes, sir.
All right, say it with me. A member.
Ancient Jewish.
I said, say it after me.
Yes, okay.
Black people.
Special class. Special class.
Pharisees.
Pharisee.
Good. A member. Of an ancient Jewish sect.
And an ancient Jewish sect.
Pharisee.
Yes, sir.
And he spoke in a certain what?
Pharisee. Come on.
And he spoke in a certain what?
Pharisee.
Look, you know why I'm doing this? Because a number of times over, this is about certainty.
Yes, sir. That's right. right.
If you're
Repetition.
giving out supreme wisdom, you have to learn it by what?
Heart.
How do you learn it by heart? By keep going over it, over it, over it.
Repetition.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
good teacher.
How do you become righteous? By practicing righteousness over it and over and over again.
Right.
How do you gain power over your Lord desire? By telling them every day, no, no, no.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Some days it wins. You talking about you gonna fast, your stomach say, I don't know. I need some hot chips. And he spoke, and a certain what?
Pharisee.
Besought him to dine with him. And he went in and sat down to eat meat. But check this out. And when the Pharisee saw it, he marveled that he had not first washed before dinner.
Come on. Who that sound like?
And then Jesus didn't wash his hands. Look, then Jesus said, and the Lord said unto him, now, do you Pharisees make clean the outside of the cup
Think about it.
and the platter, but your inward part is full of ravening and wickedness?
Wow. Go ahead.
Pointing fingers.
That's a self-righteous. You worry about the outside,
Pointing at somebody else.
but on the inside, you dead. You know, brothers, sisters, sometimes my spirit is down.
Go
So I have
ahead.
to dress up and put on a suit. Hopefully the suit will help bring the
Go ahead.
spirit.
Go ahead.
Or I put on my headpiece. You know, come to the mouth. I hope I walk into a good spirited mom.
Go ahead.
See? Because outwardly I appear clean, but on the inside I'm perplexed. I'm bothered.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Then look at what he said. Now, do you Pharisees make clean the outside of the cup and the platter, but your inward part is full of what? Ravening and wickedness. Now he's telling them who they are. Full of what?
Ravening.
What is that word? That's all right. I got it. Full.
Good teacher. Good teacher.
Thunder, pray.
Ravening. Look, to seek, plunder, or prey.
Eat or feed voraciously.
To eat or feed
Voraciously.
voraciously. Or what?
Greedily.
There's some greedy Jews out there.
Happy.
To have a ravenous appetite. To seize as spoil or prey. To devour. Look, to ripen, rob.
Come on.
Remember in the Talmud, the Jews said that they can rob another Jew and not ever have to worry about
That's right. That's right.
Jesus, no.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Let's go back. Now let's read it again. Maybe it'll make sense.
Yes, sir.
And the Lord said unto them, now you Pharisees, make clean the outside of the cup and the platter, but your inward part is full of ravening
Wickedness.
and wickedness. Look at what he called them, you fools.
Straight like that.
Jesus called souls.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have been trying to get mad at me. Jesus said, you fools, did not he that made that which is without make that which is within also?
Think about it.
what you say.
Look, now ain't talking about action, but see, here's what you like to do. But rather, see, you give alms or charity of such things as you have. And behold, all things are clean unto you.
Wow.
But woe unto you, Pharisees, for you tithe mint and rue, that's money, and all manner of herbs, but you pass over judgment and the love of God. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone. Meaning, they worry more about money than to be right with God.
Right. Come on now. Yes, sir. Yes,
They
sir.
worry about what? Money. But they don't want to deal with being right with God.
Come on.
And
Come on.
his judgment.
Right.
And that's what the minister is pointing out.
Yes.
God's judgment is here.
I mean,
And remember he said, and God told me I'm come after the wicked Jews and said, oh man, see, Jesus talking. Then he said, woe unto you what?
Pharisees.
For you love the uppermost seats in the synagogue. You don't like to be seen of me.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We're taught against that in the nation.
Yes, sir.
Be careful of wanting to be seen among men.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know what I mean? Instead of giving the $100 at the table, we doing charity. No, you stand up, I got $100. You wanted to be looked at.
All right. Go ahead.
You weren't interested in helping the lives. You was being interested. An interesting person is one that is greedy. He needs something for himself. Those who are interested go and serve without being seen.
I mean.
Go ahead.
Minister is one who's interested. He ain't trying to be interesting.
Go ahead.
Woe unto you, scribes, Pharisees, hypocrites! For you are as graves which appear not, and the men that walk over them are not aware of them. Meaning, when black people are around Jews, we're not really aware of who you are.
That's right.
I'm trying to be like that.
I get you as a Jewish manager. I get you as a Jewish recorder for me. I get you as a Jewish attorney or a Jewish banker. Ask all of our athletes, ask all of our entertainers who had all these Jews around him, and look at our top athletes. All of them died broke.
Go ahead. Think about it.
So they didn't even realize what was around them.
Think about it. Think about it.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Then answered one of the lawyers. Then answered one of the what?
Lawyers.
Then answered one of the what?
Lawyers.
And said unto him, Master.
Uh-oh.
See, now they're being slick. Master, thus saying thou reproachest us. Meaning, why are you coming at me? Why are you saying these things about us? Why are you coming at us? No, hood way. Man, why are you coming out on me like that?
Yes,
See?
sir.
Look at what he said. Now he's talking. Now this is a lawyer that stood up. Look at what Jesus said. Woe unto you also, ye lawyers.
Go ahead.
He's not playing.
No, sir.
Woe unto you what? Also, you lawyers. For you lay men with burdens, grievous to be borne. See? And many of our brothers and sisters that are entertaining, when you get these Jews, you better be careful of the contract. They're going to lay a burden on you.
Go ahead.
They're going to tell you one thing in one paragraph and take it away from you in the
Right.
next.
Exactly.
Then black
Because you don't know how to read a contract. You just happen to be with a Jew.
Straight facts. Come on, dog.
Any Jew that come around you, the first question you should ask them, are you like your father?
That part. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Woe unto you also, lawyers, for you lay men with burdens grievous to be borne. And ye yourselves touch not the burdens with one of your fingers. Woe unto you, for you build the sepulchres of the prophets, and your fathers killed them.
There you go.
Truly ye bear witness that you allow the deeds of your fathers, for they indeed killed them, and ye build the sepulchre. Jesus, that brings us to this lawyer.
There you go.
Alan Dershowitz. This is Minister Farrakhan's biggest critic, a
right.
Jewish lawyer.
Go ahead. You don't want it? Go ahead.
He's self-righteous. Minister Farrakhan called him out by name.
Go ahead.
This devil, this demon, this cracker.
Go ahead.
Yeah. That's right.
Came on news and said, I'm not going to debate Louis Farrakhan. I'm not going to legitimize him. I have too good a reputation. Really? What is your reputation?
Come on. Call him out. Let's go.
Get him.
You've been talking about him behind his back.
Teach.
Now he's calling you out for a ghoul.
Go ahead. Go
Y'all
ahead.
all right?
Get this fade. Yes,
I
sir.
hope y'all with me.
Go ahead.
Look, you've been calling him out while you're running.
Yes,
We have debated some of the top minds in the world. He never ran for a debate, but he's running for power.
Think about it.
Think about it.
Think about that. Come on now.
Remember now, woe unto you what? Lawyers, Pharisees, right?
Right.
Okay, if he's so righteous and he hates men that do negative things to people, then why is he Mr. Weinstein's attorney?
Go ahead. Wow. Let them know. Make it plain.
He's also the attorney of the billionaire who is one of the purveyors of sex trafficking named Epstein.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Teaching good.
A billionaire in Florida. He defends him.
That's right.
Trump's boy.
Teach
This
them.
demon. He also had been accused by some 16-year-old, 14-year-old women of raping them.
Right.
Him.
That's right.
His good reputation.
Go ahead. Think about it. Yes, sir.
See, remember when I laid that out, that when you done did something to your significant other and the person who know about you done showed up and you get nervous? See, I know you.
Right.
Come on. Your father.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
No, actually. Book of Luke, chapter 11, verses 49 through 54. Therefore also said the wisdom of God, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them you shall slay and persecute. Now, they're getting ready to come out against the nation.
That's right.
Some of those of us who follow Minister Farrakhan, some of his ministers are going to be murdered.
Come on, think about it.
It's okay. You can't kill the teaching.
Yes.
That's
No way.
They're going to persecute us. They're going to start coming at some of his followers. Well, you might be right if you come at me and say, that Tony Mohammed, because they after me.
That's right. That's right.
Understand.
You don't know? They are.
Yes, sir.
A&E, using that woman at the Church of Scientology.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mentioning me in the same name of my father. Oh, I like that. Being in the company of fire.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's like a lion. 50, that the blood of all the prophets which was shed from the foundations of the world may be required on this generation. Woe unto you lawyers, for you have taken away the key of knowledge. You enter not in yourselves, and them that are entering you hinder. See, people gonna try to tell the black community what to do. You ain't
That's
over
right.
here.
Go
They
ahead.
won't come themselves to help us.
Right.
On the internet.
They won't come to the mosque themselves,
Go
but
ahead.
they hinder others from coming.
That's right.
Think about it. Think about it.
On the internet.
Wow. Sir.
And as he said these things also unto them, the scribes and the Pharisees began to urge him vehemently and to provoke him to speak of many things. Look at what they're doing, laying in wait for him and seeking to catch something out of his mouth. They're always listening to catch something from the minister that they might accuse him.
Come on. Come on.
Boom. Now, I want to get to this. We went over this last week.
Yes, sir.
Jesus is on the scribes and the Pharisees and many of the rabbis in the New Testament to where now Jews have moved to have Jesus' words removed from the Bible. Did you know that?
Wow.
Think about it. Think about that.
To my Christians that are listening, did not you know? Look at what the Jews are saying. This is Abraham Foxy charging Jesus with being an anti-Semite. He said, in the Gospel of Mark, there are 40 anti-Semitic verses.
That's right.
Christians, do you agree with him?
Think about it. Add it up.
You know how you always telling us the Muslims, I go by my Bible.
Right.
I'm in the New Testament. My book is holy. Meaning it's perfect. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Well, that's what the Jews telling you.
Come on. Come on.
The Jews telling you is that Jesus is anti-Semitic. My question to you, do you agree?
Think about it.
Teach on them hypocrites.
Then they go on to say in the Gospel of Matthew, there are 80 anti-Semitic verses. Then he goes on to say in the Gospel of Luke, there are 60 anti-Semitic verses. Then he said in the Gospel of John, there's 130
Wow.
anti-Semitic verses. And then in the book of Acts of the Apostles, that's those of us who are going to be putting it in their backside when the ministers. That's right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The Acts of the Apostles, there are 140 anti-Semitic verses.
Add it up. Come on.
This is what they're saying. So now, look at that, what they're doing in Europe. Jewish leaders call for what? New editions of the Bible and the Quran to carry trigger warning, highlighting anti-Semitic passages.
Like a pack of cigarettes.
This
Wow.
stuff. This was this year, November
Wow.
when you eat tucking. 23rd of November, 2018.
My God.
Look at the book, End of Anti-Semitism, calling the book Them, putting it in a GOAT. These are the acronyms of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Go ahead. Black hands.
With black hands pointing at the goat, because this is a Jewish ritual where they get a goat and whisper all their sins into the goat and let it off in the wilderness, that the goat now is responsible for their sins.
Man, think
Who have
about
put
it.
their sins on you?
Think about it. Think about it.
Who are the purveyors of pornography? Who controls that industry?
Jews. Come on.
Ooh, it got quiet. Read that one. Go to the next slide. Everybody up in here that got trapped. Thank you for smiling. No, today, brothers and sisters, if you got a phone or you online, they can just see everything.
All kind of stuff.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Real quick, look at what the ADLs have said that they're going to do. The ADL threat to punish friends of ours. This is Stephen Freeman. He's the president of the Anti-Defamation League. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been the victim of vicious and malicious propaganda campaign designed to weaken him and make him to retreat from his bold challenge to the powerful forces of the continued oppression and exploitation of the black community. Instead of retreat, the minister has become strong.
That's right.
You don't run. He run to them. You don't run from them.
That's right.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at what Stephen Freeman wrote. ADL is not going to make Farrakhan go away.
That's right.
That's right. But look at what he said. What we can and should do is impose an obligation on those who deal with him. Or, this is from them. This is a memo we got from them. See? What we can and should do is impose an obligation on those who deal with him. Or, as in the case of universities, give him a platform. In each case, the burden should be on those who give Farrakhan some measure of credibility. Coming from the Jews, look at what the Bible says about that. Here's a scripture. Fear of Jewish leaders. In the book of what? St. John, chapter 7, verse what?
13.
Look at what it reads. But no one had the courage to speak favorably about Jesus, meaning him, in public. For they were afraid of getting in trouble with the Jewish leaders.
Come on, come on.
Y'all all right? Yes, sir. Remember this woman?
Come on.
She used to be on the Jewish cabinet. And you're going to hear from her yourself.
Go ahead.
See? Her name is Alani. She was a cabinet member. And she said they use anti-Semitism as a trick. I want you to listen to this. Listen carefully.
Listen.
Listen.
Yours is a voice of criticism we don't often hear in the United States. Often when there is dissent expressed in the United States against policies of the Israeli government, people here are called anti-Semitic. What is your response to that as an Israeli Jew?
Well, it's a trick. We always use it. When from Europe somebody is criticizing Israel, then we bring up the Holocaust. When in this country people are criticizing Israel, then they are anti-Semitic. And the organization is strong and has a lot of money, and the ties between Israel and the American Jewish establishment are very strong, and they are strong in this country. As you know, they have power, which it's okay, they are talented people, and they have power, money, and media, and other things. And their attitude is Israel, my country, right or wrong, the identification. And they are not ready to hear criticism. And it's very easy to blame people who criticize certain acts of the Israeli government as anti anti-Semitics and to bring up the Holocaust and the suffering of the Jewish people, and that justify everything we do to the Palestinians.
That's right. Go ahead.
Did y'all hear that?
Yes, sir.
Listen. Listen.
She used to be a part of the Jewish cabinet of Israel.
Think about it.
She said they use anti-Semitism as a what?
Trick.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Then she said they are very powerful and got a lot of what?
Money.
And got a lot of what?
Money.
Is that in the Bible?
Yes, sir.
Right here, Book of Revelation, Jesus talking. I know thy works, and thy tribulation and poverty, but thou art
Rich.
and I know the blasphemy of them which say that they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Go ahead.
Did she just say they rich?
Yes, sir.
Now, brothers and sisters, we getting ready to go into some of showing you the anti-blackness, how the Jews attack Marcus Garvey.
Go ahead.
Y'all ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Come on with it.
This man, 1920, Marcus Garvey, he coined the phrase, "Up, you mighty nation, you can what?
Do what you will. Go
What did
ahead.
he say? Up, you mighty nation, you can what?
Accomplish what you will. Go
You
ahead.
know when the JDL heard him say that, they said that that was an anti-Semitic statement.
Ah,
Y'all all right?
yes, sir.
How black self-help is falsely dubbed anti-Semitism. They don't even want us to unite and do for self.
Wow. Wow.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
In 1922, Marcus Garvey was leading the largest black self-help movement in the history of America.
That's right.
His Universal Negro Improvement Association had captured the imagination of black people with his cry of, "Up, you mighty people, you can accomplish what you will." Nothing even remotely Jewish about the mantra. Yet, curiously, Jews went into action to accomplish what they will.
Go ahead.
They began to falsely charge that Garvey was anti-Semitic.
Right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
The president, the Joel Springard, the Jewish board chairman of the NAACP, begun the Garvey Must Go campaign
Wow.
to destroy the black leader. This Jewish campaign of hate led to Garvey's arrest on plainly falsified charges. His trial in New York
That's right.
was a legal mockery persecuted by the Jewish DA and argued before a jury of white men, half of whom were Jews.
Think about it.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
The trial judge was Julian Mack, the most prominent Jew in America, who served as the president of the Zionist Organization of America, the World Jewish Congress, and the American Jewish Congress, and he was a leader of the ADL's parent cult, B'nai B'rith. The verdict against Garvey was a foregone conclusion, with Mack imposing the maximum sentence. And so, the man who came to unite our people was confined by this Jewish cabal to an Atlanta penitentiary and then deported to Jamaica. The arrogant, racist Jewish prosecutor, Maxwell Mattock, actually said that he was more interested in Negroes than Marcus Garvey. Garvey had a different opinion. Look at what Garvey said. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Come on, teach.
Marcus Garvey said these words, and I quote, "When they wanted to get me, they had a Jewish judge try me, and a Jewish prosecutor.
Come on.
I would have been free, but 2 Jews on the jury held out against me 10 hours and succeeded in convicting me, whereupon the Jewish judge gave me the maximum penalty." what was his crime? He couldn't unite black people.
That's right.
What was his crime? Do for self. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
In 1960, look at what the president of the Anti-Defamation League said. Negroes who urged by black are what? Anti-Semitic. This came from Mr. Braverman. This is in the Observer. What year? That's 1960, July 16. Wait a minute, what do you mean? If we urge by black, that's anti-Semitic. Wow. See, they got some questions to ask.
Go ahead.
Right?
That's right.
Right now. Right now.
Let's keep going. Remember the Muslim fish program?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Know how it got destroyed? Kissinger.
Go on, talk.
History of the Muslim fish program to feed the black community, thwarted by Kissinger's regime. As we continue to discuss the impact of false charge of anti-Semitism that is attached to the noble name and person of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we go back in the history for today's blog post and look at the great and magnificent work of the Muslims prior to 1975.
Yes, sir.
Under the direct leadership of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So for those of you who want to know, why ain't the nation gotten it? Why ain't we doing this?
Go ahead.
You realize who's working against
Come on.
us?
Go ahead.
Come on. Wake them up.
Remember when we had the co-op here?
Yes, Go ahead.
All of a sudden they came at it.
Go ahead.
Told us we couldn't do it.
Go ahead.
What do you mean? We can't get our money and pool our resources. They shut us down.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I understand.
Every time we try to buy a mosque, we bought a mosque in LA under Brother Khaled. They declared eminent domain in
Right.
that area.
That's right. That's right. Didn't do nothing with it. Come on.
Did you know that?
Go ahead.
In here, who want to know why we ain't making no progress? We ain't making
Go
no
ahead.
progress because you on the sideline looking.
Go ahead. Come on now.
We in the fight, man. We throwing haymakers and you over there being a judge.
Go ahead.
Put you on the internet.
Paul.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Internet.
Boy, I love this man. I love this man. One of the most legendary accomplishments and achievement of the Nation of Islam prior to 1975
Yes, sir.
was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's work to feed the black community healthy and nutritious food.
Go ahead.
Not only did the Muslims do this through establishing restaurants, catering service, and the teachings of how to eat to live, that third program.
Go ahead.
But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad also imported,
Imported.
millions of pounds of fish from the country of Peru.
Go ahead.
Pure water. Pure water.
Remember now, according to the Jews, anybody who say buy black is what?
Anti-Semitic.
Anybody who say buy black is what?
Anti-Semitic.
Who you think was selling us fish before we did?
Go ahead.
Jewish businessmen.
Go ahead.
Elijah Muhammad
Shut
was
him down.
driving them out of
Go ahead.
Go ahead. That's right.
What kind of fish you think they were selling you?
Come on. Come on.
You think it was healthy?
No, sir.
Look at the food in the black community. Go look at that meat.
Come on,
And then
now.
go look at the meat in white communities.
Go ahead.
Go take a pack of the chicken
Right
from
now.
the raft up the street and take it to the raft over there near the beach.
Go
Look
ahead.
at the same pack of chicken.
You wouldn't know it.
Go ahead.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Doing this magnificent work, the black community was the beneficiary of affordable, clean, and healthy food. The Nation of Islam dispatched a door-to-door fish sale force
Sure did.
in many of the major cities in America.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This endeavor to help solve a major problem of access to affordable, healthy protein source was also a part of the ideology of a universal blackness.
What you say?
That is at the heart of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's message.
I mean,
In the importation of fish, the Nation of Islam had established a business relationship with the Peruvian government and had begun to involve itself in international trade.
Go ahead. Go
They
ahead.
didn't want us there.
Come on.
Man. and commerce with a nation of people who are like black people in America, also people of color. To be in a healthy business relationship with our black brothers and sisters from Peru was a major move toward the larger goal of gaining for the black man and woman of America. Look at what they did. Look at these bastards.
Go ahead.
Look who started looking at us.
Come on, come on.
Y'all okay?
Go ahead, go ahead.
What is this?
FBI.
Who is that?
Who?
J. Edgar Hoover. Look at what he said. This program was so successful, it attracted the attention of the U.S. State Department.
Think about it. Think about it.
Think about it.
Why?
Yeah, what?
It's just business.
Why did us doing for self attract
Go
the
ahead.
U.S. State Department?
Think about it.
Never forget that the Nation of Islam and other black groups who did not believe in white liberal ideal of integration
That's right.
had been profiled by the FBI.
That's right.
The Nation of Islam was a target of the FBI's COINTELPRO program.
That's right.
And was labeled a black nationalist hate type organization.
Sorry.
The Black Panther Party had also been labeled as such a group.
That's right.
And it became a target of infiltration
Right.
and neutralization by the federal authorities.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
In fact, one of the most troublesome aspects of the Black Panther Party program, as judged by the FBI, look at what the number one problem they had was its free breakfast program.
My God. Think about it. My God. Breakfast?
Wait a minute.
They banging on breakfast?
Look. The Breakfast for Children's program, this is the FBI memo, promotes at least a tacit support for the Black Panther Party among naive individuals, and what is more distressing, look at this is what's distressing the FBI. It provides the Black Panther with a ready audience composed of highly impressionable youth.
Come on.
Always been afraid of the youth.
Yeah.
Look at what they said, FBI. Quote, consequently, the Black Panthers Breakfast program represents the best and most influential activity going for the Black Panther Party, and as such is potentially the greatest threat to the efforts by authority to neutralize the Black Panther Party and destroy what it stands for.
Wow. Come on. Think about it.
Brothers and sisters, wait a minute. The breakfast program was for the poor. Now the Jews are showing you poverty for us as a weapon for them.
Yes, it is.
Why do they want black people to be hungry? Why do they want black people to never have no money?
Come on. Think about it.
Why do they want black people to never have no job? See, because if I can keep that away from you, your mind is never on Jesus.
Go ahead.
Your mind is never on no God.
Come on. Come on.
See?
Teach.
That's right.
I'm going to move real quick. Now I'm getting ready to show you people who stand up for Minister Farrakhan. This is a rabbi.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Look at what Rabbi Lerner said. Rabbi Lerner, he's also guilty of strawman and mislabeling black criticism as black anti-Semitism. Rabbi Lerner understands the sources of black criticism of the Jewish community. He wrote in 1969, look at what he wrote. Black anti-Semitism is a tremendous disgrace to Jews.
Come on. Come on.
But this is not an anti-Semitism rooted in hatred for the Christ killers, but rather one rooted in the concrete fact of oppression by Jews of the blacks in the ghetto.
Right.
It is an earned anti-Semitism.
Woo!
Yeah.
Go ahead. He said it. Earn.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You think they love Dr. Martin Luther King?
No, sir. No, sir.
Dr. King, guess what he was charged with being? Anti-Semitic.
That's right.
Dr. King was talking to Harry Belafonte. Look at what he said. Martin Luther King Jr. talking to Harry Belafonte.
Listen.
I said, what is the matter, Martin? You seem to be very agitated. He said, well, I am. Because I have come upon a thought that I don't know how to deal with this at this moment. I said, well, what is it? Look at King. He said, King, we fought long for integration. We fought long for what?
Integration.
Come on, talk back to me. We fought long for what?
Integration.
Look at what he said. It looks like we're going to get it. But I think we'll get it. We'll get the laws, he said. But I'm afraid that I have come upon something that I don't know quite what to do with. I'm afraid that we are integrating into a burning house.
Woo! Man. That's what he said.
King, what did you come to know?
Go ahead.
Remember, around this time, he had just met with Elijah Muhammad.
Yes. Go ahead.
Elijah Muhammad pointed out scripture and started showing King where America is, where the prophecy is. Now, King, he's troubled now.
Yes.
And remember, in Memphis, King started coming at the Jewish merchants.
That's right.
He said, we need to redistribute the pain.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Calling for a boycott.
He did. Go ahead.
And you anti-Semitic.
Come on. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, man, that God is my witness. When we pulled the covers off them, the Jews, some of them, was responsible for the murder of them.
Yes. Right. Go ahead. Make it plain. That's right.
Jesus said, you have killed all the prophets. Come
on,
he said. That's Jesus. Let's go.
All of them.
He said, I'll send them, and some of them you shall scourge, some of them you shall persecute from city to city.
That's right.
King was waking up.
Yes, sir.
In fact, I'm going to be honest, King was becoming a Muslim.
Go ahead. That's the truth. That's the truth.
King was 1 month from getting a bundle.
Go ahead. That boy, go ahead.
King was about to say, bean pie, my
Yes, sir.
But he did meet with Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, he did. Yes, sir. Yes, he did.
You ever asked them what they discussed? Everybody who met with Elijah Muhammad walked away thinking.
Right. Come on. Come on.
You can't come in the presence of the Spirit of
I
God
bear witness.
and not walk away with some you.
Teach.
Go ahead. Y'all ready for this now? I'm getting ready to show you something.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Anybody who's ever stood up for us, I'm going to give you a list of all the black leaders they call anti-Semitic.
My God.
Wow.
The JDL, ADL. Black leaders charged with what?
Anti-Semitism.
Let's read this partial list. Minister Farrakhan. Booker T. Washington.
Wow.
W.B. Du Bois. Marcus Garvey. Dr. Martin Luther King. Malcolm X.
That's right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
Damn. President Nelson Mandela.
Come on.
Yep.
Bishop Desmond Tutu.
Right.
Damn, Tutu.
Two.
There you go, right there. They see you anti-Semitic.
Go ahead.
Julian Bond.
Go ahead.
Kwame Ture.
Wow.
Andrew Young. Boy, these people are arrogant. Kwame Nkrumah. Reverend Al Sharpton.
Come on.
Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Come on.
Reverend Joseph Lawrence.
Come on.
J.A. Rogers. They hated his writing.
Go ahead.
James Baldwin. Oh, James Baldwin would be in the stage.
Yes, sir.
He was an entertainer. I wish most of our entertainers was like James Baldwin.
Go ahead.
Richard Wright. Julius Lester. The woman that wrote The Color Purple. Alice Walker. You woke these niggas up.
Go ahead.
Color Purple. Michael Jackson. Spike Lee.
Ice Cube.
Arsenio Hall. Muhammad Ali. Public Enemy. And last but not least, Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah? Man.
What did that lady say? We use anti-Semitism as a what?
Trick.
To stifle legitimate criticism. How would you stifle legitimate criticism? Legitimate criticism will help you grow.
Right. If you understand.
We don't want to be arrogant.
Right.
Woe unto you what? Scribes, Pharisees, what? But let me tell you, there's a man going around.
Come on.
Take your name.
I'm actually setting up a case for separation.
Go ahead. Show that slave ship.
Y'all ready to get back on the slave ship?
Yes, sir.
Now, let me show you an attitude, particularly of Jews with money. This is one of the, y'all remember this guy? His name is Donald Sterling. He a Jew who owned the Los Angeles what?
Clippers.
The Los Angeles what?
Clippers.
Let me ask you a question. What does the word clipper mean?
Go ahead. Go ahead. You talking about the barbershop. Come on.
Remember when he got caught? Yep. Messing with a sister.
Right.
They flipped on him. They recorded it. He was Delilah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
See, that's how we're supposed to be. The spook is set behind the door.
Go ahead.
That's right.
And she played a recording to shame him. When he said of the Clippers, that these athletes, these slaves,
Go ahead.
he said, I own them. He said, I feed them. These are my niggas. He said, I house them. Because he's one of the biggest real estate owners in all of LA.
Yes,
Everybody on his team bought one of his houses. He got his money back.
That's right.
He named them the Clippers because that's the name of a slave ship owned by Jews.
Go ahead.
Go look it up. I know you ain't gonna believe me.
Go ahead.
Go get it from white folks. Google it. It's called the Clipper ship.
Yes, sir.
When slavery ended,
Yes, sir.
the Jews refused to stop. So they made a ship that was too fast to catch called the Clipper ship.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because they didn't stop slavery. They kept trading slaves.
Go ahead. Go
And
ahead.
when you look at these Jewish owners and when you look at basketball, it's like a slave ship because these Negroes get traded from one team to the other.
That's right. That's right.
Then they can't even protest. Y'all niggas don't take no nigga. You got something I say. Don't you say nothing about no Trayvon Martin.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
They can't do jack.
Nothing.
And you want to be one of them?
Come on.
You really don't. You just want that money they got.
That's right. Talk about
That's
it.
their attitude. Y'all with me?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's keep going.
Yes, sir.
This is what's wrong with us. Hosea chapter 4. My people are destroyed for what?
Lack of knowledge.
Because they have rejected knowledge.
Come on.
I've been teaching you for 62 years. What have you done?
Rejected knowledge.
I will also reject you. That thou shalt be
No
no
priest.
priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of God. I will also forget thy children. Isaiah chapter 5 verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into what?
Captivity.
Gone into what?
Captivity.
My people are gone into what?
Captivity.
Because they have no what?
Knowledge.
And their honorable men are famished, and their multitude are dried up with thirst. But a man came.
Man. Go ahead.
This man.
Yes, sir. Lord Akbar. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
The teacher of Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
And they feared the Million Man March. His role was in our lesson. We have a question we ask, who are the 85%?
Come on.
And the answer, the uncivilized people, poison animal eaters,
Come on.
slaves from mental death and power, people who do not know the living God or their origin in this world.
Come on.
And they worship that they know not what, who are easily led in the wrong direction, but hard to lead in the right direction. That's us.
Come on. All day.
That's who he came for.
That's
We
right.
are hard-headed people. Easily what? Led in the wrong direction. We don't know our origin. Who are you, black man? I don't know. Where you from, Mississippi? Alabama?
Come on.
Then we have a question that says, who are the 10%?
Come on. Make it plain. Add it up.
Who are the 10%ers? The 10%ers are the rich, the slave makers of the poor, who teach the poor what? Lies. To believe in that almighty, true, and living God is a spook and cannot be seen by the physical eye. Otherwise known as the bloodsuckers of the poor.
That's right. That's them.
It was the Jews, this rabbi, that taught that God was some spook or some spirit.
Go ahead.
These are the bloodsuckers of the poor. They own all of the social medias of companies, the world bankers. I mean, these people, man.
Go ahead.
Who are the 5%? Here we go.
Woo.
Who are the 5%?
Go ahead.
Look at the members of the nation.
That's right.
Look at this army that was there.
Go ahead.
The great man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell amongst what?
Thieves.
What did they rob us of?
Right.
We put them back on.
That's right. Go ahead.
Look at the sisters, man, in their garments.
Yes, sir.
Look at the brothers suited in boots.
That's right.
Put your uniform on. Make sure you identifiable everywhere you go.
Yes.
Why you hiding your
Go ahead. Teach.
I know. I'm trying to speak the language of the people. That ain't no language.
Right.
You're not trying to be unalike. The only way you can attract them is to be unalike.
Come on. Think about it. Think about it.
You know that looking like them, they keep smoking weed around you.
Right. That's right. Teach on that. That's right. Teach on that.
No, I watch entertainers treat members, particularly the FOI. The entertainers are like Delilah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come on.
They'll accept us around and then all of a sudden, like, brother, take off the suit.
Mm-hmm. Teach it good.
Just put on a sweatsuit.
For a minute. Go ahead.
Then he start introducing you to his wicked lifestyle.
That's right. That's right.
Then the next thing we know, we done lost you.
Right.
Think about it. Think about it.
You getting all the girls he don't want, but now you close to the talent, so the groupies come at you.
Right.
And you ain't coming to the mosque to get rebooted and energized.
Teach it on. Teach it on.
Next thing we know, you on the damn video. Who is the 5%ers? In the poor part of the earth. We got quiet, I know. Oh, Lord, I done messed up. They are the poor righteous
teachers
who do not believe in the teachings of the
10%.
and are all wise and know who the living God is. And teach that the living God is the Son of Man and the supreme being, the black man of Asia, and teach freedom, justice, and equality to all human families of the planet Earth, otherwise known as civilized people, also are Muslim and Muslim sons.
Go ahead.
Take them up.
Professor Rabbi Goldstein said these words: if Menachem Begin could sit down and negotiate peace with Anwar Sadat, if Yitzhak Rabin can negotiate peace with Yasser Arafat, what gives American Jews the moral authority to reject Louis Farrakhan, who, unlike Arafat, has never ordered
the deaths of Jews. That's right. Facts. Straight facts.
So then,
Come on.
you
Come
can
on.
sit down with them, but you won't sit down with Farrakhan? Who else said something good about him? This is a professor, Harvard professor, Derek Bell. Look at what he said. Harvard professor.
Yes, sir.
Negro.
Go ahead. Established.
So called.
Said it very professional. Farrakhan,
Great hero.
great hero of the people.
Here.
Harvard professor. Who else said something good about Farrakhan?
Go
Look
ahead.
at what this man. Hey, look, Minister Farrakhan saved the SCLC.
Facts.
Did you know that?
Straight facts. Come on. Make it plain.
Minister Farrakhan's love, according.
Yes, he did.
What's this man's name? I forgot his name.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry.
He changed it.
Minister Farrakhan's love saved the Southern Christian
Leadership.
Leadership Conference.
SCLC.
Look at what it says in the Quran. And those who are steadfast, seeking the pleasure of their Lord, and keep up prayer, and spend of that which we have given them, secretly and openly, and repel evil with good. For such is the happy issue of the abode.
Come on.
He saved the SCLC.
Yes, he did. Yes, sir. Yes, he did.
Just 5 years ago.
Didn't tell nobody.
Farrakhan gave him the money.
That's
he
right.
He met with the minister, and the minister gave him the money and told him not to say that. But he
That's
did.
right. Right.
Charles Steele is his name.
Yeah.
He's the president of what Martin Luther King founded, the SCLC. Farrakhan bailed him out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love this brother.
That's right.
Nas. Look, we gotta bring conscious music back.
That's right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I put something out on my social media by Young Bro.
Go ahead. That's right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Y'all seen them videos by Sister Milan?
Go ahead. That part. Yes, sir.
I love you, Sister Milan.
Go ahead. Go ahead. All of
Young
it.
Bro got the one with the pistol.
That's right. Feel the black fist.
Look at what Nas said. Minister Farrakhan has laid down his life for his people.
That's right.
But everybody is scared to speak about it.
Go ahead.
That's in this right right here. But no one had the courage to speak faithfully about him in public. For they were afraid of getting in trouble with the Jewish leaders. Now they're setting up a trial for Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
The lawyers that's in the Congress is trying to pass laws and resolutions to come at Minister Farrakhan. Same way they came at Jesus.
Yes, sir. Right.
Revelation, I know thy works are not tribulation and not poverty. We know you rich Jews. We know y'all got a lot of power. But we're not scared of you.
That's right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The only power that Jews have is the power you give them.
Right.
I say today, we have cleared Minister.
That's right. Go ahead.
So you know what? You should stand up for Farrakhan.
That's right.
You should stand up.
That's right. I close saying this. Yes, sir.
And to those that are watching on social media, it's time for us to stand up, brothers and sisters, all over the world.
Right.
Go ahead.
I'm asking you, start defending Minister Farrakhan in the nation. You may not know everything about us. You should ask.
Right. Come on.
We are one of the only groups still standing for black
That's the
people.
truth. Right. That's the truth.
That's true.
If you hear some disgruntled member out in the press talking against the nation, you're looking at a turncoat.
Right.
That's being paid by them to do that.
Right. Yes, sir. You're not fooled. Come on
I'm
now.
on record saying this. The teachings of Elijah Muhammad is perfect.
Go ahead. Say it again. Go ahead.
There's not one lie in
Not
his
one.
teaching.
Not one.
Those of us in the nation, we ain't perfect.
That's right. You're
So
right.
stop looking at my activity outside the mosque and blaming that on the nation.
Go ahead.
Blame that on me.
Right.
That's right.
If you see me out there smoking weed, don't say, see, that's why I ain't in the nation.
Right.
But when I'm smoking, guess what I ain't in?
The nation. Right. Go ahead.
If you see me chasing women and knocking on so you saying you God? Okay, let me get out. Get out of your girlfriend's house. You should stand up.
Yes, sir.
Every black man and woman, every Latino, every Native American.
That's right.
When they come at Minister Farrakhan, you should at least say, who are you?
Right. What are your works. Come on now.
We should start telling the Jews and other white people, stay out of the black community's business.
Right.
Everybody that's attacking Brother Farrakhan for saving people like me and you, we should say, where were you when I was selling dope?
Come on.
Where were you when I was chasing?
Come on,
where were
man.
you when I was lying and stealing? Where were you?
Come on, man.
That man saved me.
Yes, sir.
I know you mad at him because he's criticizing you. Hell, he ain't criticizing me. But let me tell you something. Minister Farrakhan rebukes everybody.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's right. If you ain't had a Farrakhan whooping, he don't know you.
That's the
Well,
truth.
I mean, the minister got on me so bad one time, man. It took 3 days for me to get the bass back in my voice.
Go ahead.
And let me tell you, in weeks to come, next week, by Allah's grace, I'm going to teach the subject Up with Jesus, Down with Satan.
That's right.
Then I'm going on a 5-week lecture series
Come on.
to defend the lies you're talking about, our allied relationship with the Church of Scientology.
Go ahead. You're already mad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to show you and prove to you that L. Ron Hubbard was taught and influenced by Master Farrakhan.
Go ahead. They're going to be mad. They're going to be mad.
I'm not interested in being no Scientologist. I got a religion.
Come on.
I'm a Muslim.
Go ahead.
You have studied the teachings of L. Ron Hubbard.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just like I've studied the teachings of Abraham Lincoln.
Go ahead.
Come on, wake him up. Wake him up.
Teach. Come on.
Come on, talk about that.
I don't need them to give me no God. I got one.
Right.
And when I go among them, I use the teachings that I know to sift what they got.
I bear witness. I bear witness. Come on. Yes, sir.
And that which I don't understand, I don't bother. I just go what I go for.
Right. Go ahead. Go
Say
ahead.
that.
What's wrong with us doing that? Who are you to tell me where I can and cannot go? If I go to China and get something for the black community, it don't make me no damn Chinese.
Go ahead.
I just went to China. I didn't come back walking shorts. I go to Japan and get something that's gonna help the black community.
Yes, sir.
What
Go ahead.
business is it of yours?
Shake him up.
Go
Shake
ahead.
him
Go
up.
ahead.
But you comfortable with me going to USC, then I come out, I'm a Trojan. That makes you happy?
Woo. Think about it.
Or you go to UCLA, you can be a Bruin, huh?
Bruin. That's right. That's right.
Damn hypocrite.
Go ahead.
Brother hit me in social media, you know. Church Scientology, they don't believe in God. I said, yes, they do. They call him the supreme being. That's what we call him.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just show it to you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The eighth dynamic. I said, where you getting that from?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Then he said, well, don't he believe in a spaceship? I said, well, we teach that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, just lying, man. Making up stuff on them.
Come on.
Then many of the members you punk out.
Teach.
And then they purveyed a white woman on TV who lied on Minister Farrakhan and on me
Go ahead.
about what she did. I don't even know this heifer.
Go ahead.
But I know she committed a crime with them and they put her out.
Teach.
Come on.
And just like some who used to be in the nation start coming against that, which she knows she messed up with.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can't miss me with that. Okay, I'm gonna stop. How many of you believe what you heard?
Yes, sir.
How many of you, this is your first time in the Nation of Islam meeting? Raise your hand. It's your first time.
All praise due to Allah. Yes, sir.
How many of you love what you heard to be the truth? How many of you want to learn more and join? Don't be afraid. Come on.
Come on.
How many of you want to join on to your own? Anybody? Come on down, my brother. Come on, sis.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else want to join on? Continue to listen. We going in on. We're not playing. Come on over here, my dear sister.
That's right.
Oh, look at my little nephew. These are your neighbors? Wow. Sister Linda, you are all right with me.
That's right.
Her car was stuck. And then she's sitting there in the car with the children for over an hour. My husband came, gave her a jump. Yes.
Go ahead, Brother E.
But she said, no. Yes.
Wow.
Go ahead, Brother E.
Come on up, please. Come on up. Anybody else? Anybody else? This is beautiful. Sister, what's your name? Juanisha? Oh, what an honor, Sister Juanisha. And you are? Carlita? Carlita. Oh, man, these are true. Thank you. You all have touched me. Because we believe, and we're taught, we're trying to grow into a bigger understanding that no nation can rise any higher than its woman.
That's right.
You all have suffered. We have put you down, but in putting you down, we really put ourselves down.
That's
Go
right.
ahead, go ahead.
And what I love about how the nation was structured, Master Farad Muhammad and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad saw fit to put the sisters in their own class,
Right.
removing all white dogma from them, and saying to the black woman, close ranks with God.
That's right. That's right.
See? And in that class, you learn that you are the second self of God. Then he start pouring knowledge into you because we're taught when a woman is taught, a whole nation is taught.
That's right.
When a man is taught, only an individual get taught.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, go ahead.
And when you come up out of that class with knowledge, with wisdom, with understanding, and you grow in maturity, then God says to the woman, come on, help me make a man.
That's right.
See? But not your way. You make him in God's way.
That's right.
That's the MGT class. That's every Saturday at 9 o'clock, all right? So the both of you are invited, yes.
She's from the Church of Scientology.
Yeah, that's right. My sister is from the Church of Scientology. I think this is Brother Remus Getz. Y'all can do better than that.
Sir.
Look, I really wish some of you could watch me teach them over there.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I bear
We
witness.
don't deviate.
I bear witness. I bear witness.
Not at all.
We tell them who they are, and they be like, then we say you're the devil. Yeah, that's mine.
I bear witness.
Teach Mr. Hubbard what he teach about white people, that they can only see divinity in themselves. They're
brutal
arrogant. They can't see divine in anything. But people of color can see divinity in anything they look at.
Right. Brutal people.
We don't play. But we're not over there to hurt people who lend a help to us. The Holy Quran says when the jinn offers a glass of water to the righteous. We want knowledge. We like to exchange knowledge.
Go ahead.
They smoke like hell over there.
That's right.
I'm trying to teach them how to eat the lid.
Right.
Honored to have you, sis. Who's going to take these two sisters? Who's going to take them? Now, brothers, sisters, those of you who are watching, last week, over 20 people all over the world went and joined the nation.
That's
after
right.
listening
That's
to
right.
that.
That's right.
Everybody that's looking in social media, whatever city you're in, go to that local mosque. Go join the Nation of Islam. Come in the ranks and
Go
learn
ahead.
about yourself.
Yes.
If you're in Atlanta, go to mosque number 15.
Yes, sir.
If you're in Chicago, go to mosque number 2. If you're in New York, go to mosque number 7.
Go ahead, go
Go
ahead.
to your local mosque and study. Find the nation in your city. What's your name, brother? Brother Sean. You from Chicago? Southside?
Go ahead.
Honor to meet you,
Go ahead.
brother. Thank you for honoring us with your presence. So, all right?
Yes,
We have
sir.
a class called the FOI.
Yes.
That's a class. See that brother right there, that bow tie? He teaches that class. He helps me in that class. It's every Friday night It's called F.
Monday.
Oh, what did I say?
Monday night, Friday night, Monday night.
I said Friday.
Yes, sir. You come Friday. Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting old. It's every Monday. What time?
7:30.
7:30.
7:30 p.m. sharp.
All right. It's called Fruit of Islam. The Nation of Islam developed the FOI before the white man developed his FBI.
Go ahead.
All right? And in that class, we teach you a thorough knowledge of who you are in relationship to God.
That's right.
And we systematically, in stages and degrees, teach you one level of knowledge after another. Once you clean up on one level, we give you more knowledge.
Go
When
ahead.
you clean your life up on next level, we give you more knowledge.
Go
Because
ahead.
you can only stand true to the level that you're living a moral life.
Come on, teach.
All right? Go with that brother right
Yes,
there.
sir.
Thank you. Brothers and sisters, with that being said, thank you for listening. May Allah bless you as I bring up our student minister, Brother